Well, Rick Rowden is a lecturer at the School of International Service at the American University and joins me now from Washington, D.C. Rick, thanks very much for joining us. Thanks for making the time. So Iran, finally in, the third time of asking, as we've mentioned. Has anything changed to make that happen? And what is the significance of it?
Well, I think we should think about the cooperation, growing as it has been, with the inclusion of India and Pakistan in 2017, and now with Iran, as part of a long-term economic integration process, which has been happening all over Asia. We tend to think of the Chinese Belt and Road Initiative in isolation sometimes, and I think that's really kind of a mistake. I think it's more useful to think of all of the different initiatives going on all over Asia in which the countries are trying to step up and increase their economic integration over time. And certainly Iran and Afghanistan will ultimately be part of that.
And it means that the SCO now includes all of the major neighbours of Afghanistan, clearly boosting the region's security and indeed economic prosperity will be key. Do we have any more detail about how they intend to engage with the Taliban?
Well, if you look at their pronouncements at the SCO summit, which just happened, they were all calling on the Taliban government to take a moderate position when it comes to domestic policy and its foreign policy, and to try to have a more inclusive government. So at least they made those official pronouncements. They know that this is a concern of everyone. But I think over time, they really want peace and stability in Afghanistan. And although the Taliban have a terrible record on human rights and women's rights and democracy, they do have a track record of maintaining stability and order. And that's the most crucial thing in a context of civil war, is people primarily want the civil war to stop, and they want some type of stability and security. And that, of course, is what will be required over the long run for economic integration to happen in the region.
And as for the US efforts to slow down Iran's nuclear program, how do you think this will be received by the Biden administration, and how do you see that playing out?
Well, I think everybody in the region is hoping that the nuclear agreement can get back on track and sort of pick up where the Obama administration left off. The agreement is not perfect, and there are a lot of legitimate concerns about it, but it did seem like it was going some way towards slowing down Iran's nuclear weapons development. And I think the more Iran gets economically integrated with other countries, that degree of economic interdependence can have a moderating effect on Iran. At least, certainly, a lot of people see it that way. So I'm not really sure what will happen with the nuclear deal with the United States, but I think everybody at this Shanghai Cooperation Organization summit, which is happening now, is I think they're of the opinion that there will be a new deal to get back on track with Iran and the United States.
Okay, Rick, thank you very much indeed. That's Rick Rowden there from the American University in Washington.